Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to do a review on one of my fly reels. I get a lot of questions about it from my subscribers, and they want to know what gear I would suggest them go out and buy for a beginner or someone who's even maybe an intermediate. So I went ahead and picked one of my favorite reels that I own that I think would be perfect for someone who is looking to get into fly fishing, aka a beginner, or someone who's been doing fly fishing for a little while and wants to step up to something a little bit more, I don't want to say technical, but something that's a little bit more along the lines of where they've progressed to, if you can understand what I mean. Like there are a lot of fly reels out there that are really expensive, have a lot of features, and I think that they're a little unnecessary for someone who is just fly fishing as a hobby. So let's just go ahead and go with this here. So what this one is the Allen Fly Fishing Trout 2. You can go to Allen Fly Fishing's website. They have a 10% off discount right now if you sign up for their newsletter, which is pretty awesome. Currently, right now, as I'm doing this review, this reel is sitting at $139 with the 10% off. Brings you down to about a little over $100. So if you ask me, that's a hell of a deal for this reel. So let's go over a couple of the main features of this reel. One of the things that I really like about Allen Fly Fishing as a whole is that all their fly reels are cut from the same piece of aluminum. This is 6061 aluminum, or aircraft grade aluminum, and like I said, it's cut from one piece. This has multiple pieces to it, and it all comes from the same blank, which is really key when it comes to a fly reel. You don't want a reel that's made from a bunch of different, bunch of different pieces thrown together. You want it all to be one solid piece, which makes a solid reel. Another one of the key features for this is, if you look here, there's a black knob. You twist this black knob and you could separate the spool from the actual drag mechanism and the piece that connects to the actual rod itself. With this, the reason why I really like this is so that way I can put any line that I prefer on a different spool, so I can make one reel have multiple lines on it, and I could just throw them together whenever I go out fishing. If I'm going to a lake or something like that and I want to do some dry fly fishing, I can use this, which is loaded with 5-weight weight-forwarded line. And if I wanted to change over to, say, a dry fly setup and I want to fish deep, I can put on an intermediate sink tip line on the spool, and then I could just take the spool and throw it together. So essentially what that does is it makes one reel have multiple different functions that it can take care of, which is a really cool option, because a lot of times when you're fishing, you're not going to always be dry fly fishing, or you're not always going to be using a dropper or a hopper dropper setup. You're going to want to do some sort of specific targeted technique, and it requires a specific line. So that's another reason why I like this. And you just put it back on, you just throw it on there, screw it, and it's on. It's really convenient. Another really cool feature, or I would say one of the best features about this reel, is the drag system. This has a bearingless drag system, so it doesn't. It's really smooth. It doesn't click a whole bunch of times. It doesn't have the little thing in the inside that catches every time you do it. It doesn't have that. It's really smooth. And the main thing that I like about it is it's accurate. I mean, no matter where you put this, it's going to be pinpoint accurate to that drag you're setting. Whether you're putting on very little drag because you're fishing for big fish and you don't want to be breaking them off all the time, and it's silky smooth. I mean, I'm turning it clockwise, which is engaging the drag, right? It's engaging the drag. I actually fish it this way, so I'll just do it this way. And it's engaging the drag, and the drag is non-existent almost, right? It's almost at its lowest setting. I mean, you can go even lower, but you really wouldn't want to. And you turn the knob here, you turn the knob clockwise, and it tightens the drag. And just by turning it a couple times, I could really feel that drag. It's really good. That's about where I would keep it when I'm fishing normally. And if you continue to go, I mean, this thing will go almost to lock. And then it's, the drag is almost, it takes a lot of force to turn it. Really precise drag, which makes this reel stand out from reels in its price range, is how good this drag is. Let's see, another cool feature about it is that this reel actually comes in two different models. This model here is the Model 2, which is a true 5-weight reel. It also comes in a Model 1, which is a little bit smaller, it's a step down smaller to this, and that's more of a 4 and a 3-weight reel. The reel has a large arbiter for the size. For a 5-weight, it's got a larger arbiter, which means that it's got a larger diameter, so that way when I turn the wheel to bring in line, I'm bringing in more line for less rotations, which is awesome when you're fishing for, you're fishing on a heavy flowing river and you don't want to spend time trying to, force that fish, bring that fish in, and it's catching and it gets caught in a riffle and breaks off. So you can get them in really quick with this reel, which is really cool. Another thing is well, to go over that some more, this will actually fit 6-weight line on here if you use less backing. The amount of backing I have on here now is 30 pounds and 130 yards, 120, 130 yards. I don't really recall exactly how much I have on there, but it's got the backing and then it's got 5-weight line. And if you look, I don't know if you could see that, but there's enough gap in there to maybe put in a little bit more line. But if you put in less backing, you can get more line, which you could put 6-weight on there. And this reel will act as a 6-weight. It'll function and it'll catch fish to what a 6-weight would catch. I'll make a video on going over weights and how that weight pertains to the species or size of fish that you're fishing for. There's a couple other factors and I'll go more into it. If you guys are interested, just comment below if you are. Another really cool feature is that this reel comes in multiple colors. Again, today at the time that I'm making this video, it comes in this color here, which is a orange, which is more of a burnt sienna type color. And then it comes in gray, and it comes in blue, green, pink, and purple. The pink was, they did that a couple years ago. They started doing the pink ones, and that was for breast awareness, which was really awesome. I really wanted to get one, but since I already had one, I wasn't really going to go spend more money and buy a second one, because like I said, I don't really need 2 of these reels because I could just buy multiple spools. They do sell just a spool on their website. So it has really cool colors. It has a really cool design. I mean, it's got, there's a lot of it cut out which reduces the weight. And since this is aluminum, it is still pretty light, and it's a very light reel. It's not very heavy or bulky at all. Another thing I really like. And another reason why I like it to be less material is because just say it gets wet, it dries a lot faster when there's less material. Plus it's just lighter in general. So yeah, guys, I have no association to Allen Fly Fishing. I'm just doing this because I really like their products and I really like them as a company. I was able to meet one of the representatives last year at the Colorado Fly Fishing Show out in Denver. I met the representative. He was a really cool guy, and I got to see a lot of their reels, and they make incredible reels. I mean, this reel is yes, it's down on the lower end of what they sell, but it's targeted for a specific species. And for me, trout fishing is what I primarily fish for, right? So I wanted something that was primarily for trout fishing, and this reel is actually made for it. So that was awesome. They have a really nice higher end reel called the Kraken, which I would love to get, or there's also the Omega. If you go to their website, you can check out their reels. Their reels are really, really cool. They're really cool designs, and they're really, really functional, which I really like. Alright guys, so I hope this review helps you out. If you're looking to buy your first fly reel, or if you're looking for a step up from what you currently have to something a little bit nicer, this would be the way to go. I highly recommend it. Another thing is I'm going to start making a couple videos on fly fishing because I get a lot of questions about it, so I'm going to actually start making more videos on fly fishing. Where summer's almost gone. There's a few more months left in summer, and we're getting into the fall, which I like to fall fish for bass and stuff like that. But primarily in the winter, actually only in the winter, I fly fish. That's the best time the best season for me when it comes to fly fishing. I love to fish in the winter time and fly fish in the winter. So I'm going to start doing more videos on that instead of doing unboxings and stuff like that like you guys. I know you guys like the unboxings, and I'll start doing those too in the wintertime, but I'm going to start doing fly fishing videos on fly fishing gear, since that's the season that a lot of people fly fish. It's an awesome, awesome time to fly fish in the winter. So with that being said, like I said, I hope this review helps you guys out. I hope you get some insight knowledge on a very good fly reel, and you go out and you try fly fishing. And as always, guys, tight lines.